Discover just nice PL. Well, it's in the name, so why not just keep it? So we're back at Nomad, and we have random civs again as per the rules. We have for PL's team, we have Teutons and Ethiopians. Interesting. Ethiopians, archers play, but fantastic siege if you can get to it. And there's lots of stones and golds on the map, so could be that we get to see a torsion engine siege here from the Ethiopians. We'll see. Hitarek with the Teutons, fantastic land boom, cheaper farms always comes in handy, especially if you lose water. And then for the opposing team, for Esparta, we have Toby AKD with Byzantines. They have some bonuses for water. With the fire galleys firing faster, Greek fire, unique tech to grant fire ships extra range, and also cheaper Imperial Age for but that's more of a full water map thing for comebacks on water to get fast fire ships power spike early in the Imperial Age. And finally, Vikings for Blausiak here. So I guess in the naval department, it's definitely in favor of Esparta here. But let's fast forward a little bit. This is a Nomad start. It's going to take some time to get going. As usual, I'm going to have some not so interesting moments in the Dark Age as well. See that found some sheep to scout here. Extensive sheep scouting here, in fact, getting an idea of the enemy's locations. And nobody docked upon in the middle. Yeah, this is a TC placement that kind of invites to Socotra-style messy plays here, but at least the teams are collected. We have the PL in the north and Esparta in the south. Let's see for the idle time counter, which could be significant, but it seems kind of even between the teams here. It's about when you find a bore and your timing with it. Eco situation is comparable. They're going up at roughly the same populations here. But slight edge for PL here, actually, up to the fuel age. So I'm gonna slow this down now and see what the fuel age brings us. Even the docks are quite close here between Majestatichny, yeah, right. Green in my colors anyway, and Blausiak here. So that should work into our green player's favor. Already knows the location of at least the first dock of red. Red might dock another one here with the Vikings for Tish to the Sea side. But for the early naval fights, this is going to be huge for green. Villager fighting. It's according to the rules, no villager fighting before minute 5, but now we're way past minute 5. Of course, you're free to fight. And there is the Viking dock. No, that's not Vikings, that's Teutons. Same architecture, sorry. So there's the Teutons dock. Actually in a good spot to kind of sandwich Red's units here if Red makes any galleys up here. But that's Vikings. Vikings will probably aim for a comeback later maybe, or rely on Byzantines to do the work here with the faster firing fire galleys. We see the archers being made on land for Blausiak here. Double range archers. Actually a good call when they're quite close to their opponents, but Hitarek already walled off here, so kind of ready for the offensives here. green and yellow here. Yellow with the significant numbers here, with the business 7 to 6 at least, but in this fight, definitely, even with weak fire galleys here, could be kind of risky, but here comes the villager to repair. Chasing the green ships here, and with yeah, only one blue ship to help out here. Vikings not really making any galleys here. We'll have a potential for comeback later with the fire galleys. I'm saying fire galleys, I mean, of course, the longboats will have the potential to take out the fire galleys with longboats. I mean, Vikings could still make galleys in the feudal age and contest water, but looking at the opponent's civs, they're probably not too worried here. They have 2 strong naval civs already, so it shouldn't be too hard for Team Esparta to contest water, no matter what here. No matter water. But one player fighting this alone, that's going to be a bit of an issue. Hitorek, not really only one fire galley, but still one more fire galley, right? It's 8 fire galleys to 6 now. And Byzantines actually being fought back here. In the meantime, we have Blausiak with the archers investment on land. Land aggression, so spearmen out as well. And if they can find a way in here, there's some damage potential. But look at the walls here, playing this like any open land map here for PL. Team PL seems well thought through with their starting locations, that they found a way through scouting to close off their bases. Meaning that the fuel age investment of on land of Blausiak isn't going to have too much of an impact here. Walling off like that leaves you with an easier way to mass up on water as well, and there's still only 2 docks for green, I believe, but yeah, keeping up with the fighting here, not winning, not losing. Yeah, but given the situation here, when excuse me, when green and blue are walled off like they are, I think Vikings should aim for the castle age now and extend across the map, play into that strong Vikings eco, instant handcart even, right? Water being lost here with the Byzantines. Well, not lost. They still have the numbers. I'm getting ahead of things here. Pulling the fire galleys back to contest Hitorek's dock over here, but Hitorek has redocked in a ditch over here. Oh, no! Is that open? Is that really open? I don't think they can pass there, but it looked like that for a moment. Screen overcommitting. Oh, there as well. Screen overcommitting? I don't think so. As long as they're safe on land like this. See, they're contesting the cast stage types. They're actually going after the cast stage at roughly the same eco situation here, except for Vikings with wheelbarrow instantly. And of course, you don't want to give water away to Vikings and Byzantines either. Nice demo snipe there. Another nice demo snipe. And the castle age is in for the for the fire ships, but not enough of them for my Stachny to contest the galleys. Switching to war galleys now maybe is something that should have been considered earlier already, since you can't really battle Byzantines in equal numbers. Byzantines with a faster firing rate. So now the fish will be gone. That's yeah, it's true actually. It's a lot of commitment from green to defend not so many fish, but then again it's defending Teuton's fish here. And the Teuton's cavalry might come in very handy here in the fighting. Moving on. Crossbow Bodkin on the way for Vikings, but the knights and a few Ethiopian crossbows here are here to diminish the numbers as well, as they can. Yeah, getting nice pickoffs there before crossbow kicks in for the Vikings. Only 6 crossbows left for the Vikings player. And no sign of the eco expansion. We have a PL with 4 TCs total soon. What's the thing next to yellow and green's name in the small boxes? This? These are the buildings required to go up if it's bottom near score. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Don't know everything here. Let's see the army 20 to 34 Esparta with more military here, but keep in mind that 16 of those 34 units are fire galleys. Oh, these numbers on the score. It's because I switched the colors to team colors instead of the colors they picked. So the small box is the original color they chose. So this is beginning to resemble classic or any open map play here, with knights running in between here for the Teutons to tank some crossbow fire, forcing Blauziak to focus fire the crossbows behind here, and doing nicely so. +1 defense only for the knights for the Teutons, but yeah, still working nicely as a meat shield in between and allowing Maja Stachny to pick off small numbers of units here. Eco expansion as well beyond the walls now, but Toby AKD with a castle here to deny 1 TC of Hitorek as well. Still bringing in gold here, but every time the villagers drop off gold, there's a chance they get hit by castle fire, so it's kind of dangerous. Spreading out the crossbows though, I like the attention given here across the map. The eco and military numbers are comparable, as you'd maybe expect on high-level games like these. Byzantine castle HP is stupid, yeah. Yeah, it's some nasty stuff. Takes forever to even trap them down. But land masses, camels being added by the Byzantines against Teuton's knights. I'm not too sure about that because Teutons have that extra +1 melee armor and they have bloodlines as well. So I'm not, but I mean it's probably the best option to have something in between the Vikings archers that could also damage Teuton's Newton. Look at this annoying guy here, dropping a tower over here as well. Wouldn't be too surprised even to see guard tower at some point. And the quick walls. That's some next level attention there as the players are expanding safely across the board here. Looks like yellow has 1 water. Taking out Hitorek's fish over here. And 3rd TC for the Vikings going up here as well, or is up. There's some sneakiness all around here, but the army counts is snowballing here. Oh, petard! Is he gonna petard through the wall here? Yeah, he's totally gonna petard through here at some point. Oh, nice raids. Getting some juicy villager kills here. Uh, from Yellow's Eco here, the Ethiopians. 40 villagers lead for Hitrex team at this point. Nice households to keep the aggression out as well. I think that knights could still path past here, but there comes the Palisade Gate up, and now the Byzantine camels are definitely out HP in lights here, and they will clean that up. But I think the expansion of blue and green of Team PL here is working better to their advantage. They're kind of expanding in a way that denies the whole left-hand side from Esparta as well. Good neglecting of expansion here from, or denying of expansion here for from Blauziak here. Crossbow, Ethiopian's crossbow, they fire faster than the Vikings ones as well. Viking, of course, committing to crossbow as well. They have similar numbers, but since the numbers are similar, the Ethiopians have the edge. There are also roughly the same amount of knights and camels here. Ooh, camel raids in the north and a castle. Byzantine's castle at that. We have Imperial Age on the way for Majestachnino and a castle going up down here, so even if it's this castle might be taken down eventually. And already walling off here. The Fire Gal is helping out, but that's going to take a while to break through there. Almost trapping the camels here now. You could obviously can't quick wall them out here because of the castle. And some decent raids here with the Byzantine camels, but they are really lacking upgrades. They only have +1 defense, which is kind of confusing. $27 is the count. Now the Vikings are supposed to doing some work here, but the camels are definitely out of position here. This is going to be a 2v1 for the Ethiopians, and this is a good fight for Hitrek, a great fight for Hitrek at the and my Stachny here with the against the Vikings units simply because the camels are out of position. Teutons have amazing halberdiers, so that's why camels potentially are a bit of a questionable choice here. However, Vikings against Teutons, Vikings only get pikemen. They do get a unique tech boosting infantry attack against cavalry, but not nearly as good as halberdiers anyway, considering that Teutons also have extra melee armor. So we see green and blue taking much more on the map here. 2 more TCs for green as well. Nice expansion there to secure neutral resources. 30 villagers lead. Military count very similar. But now both players of Esparta going to DBLH here. However, the Byzantine player only had 63 villagers. So Not great in terms of economy. It will unlock heavy cavalry though, which could provide a good power spike against the Teuton's knights here, now running into raid and actually forcing a fight of the camels here. Teutons, no attack on the knight's line. And the Ethiopians is in the Imperial Age with 39 arbalest, while the Vikings only has crossbows, so army strength here is still in PL side, I would say. Looks like they're planning some slinging here as well, coinage kicking in. Yeah, Hitrek's floating quite a bit of gold. We'll be sending Majestachny some gold. Yeah, sorry, you might not even need halberdry to deal with the Byzantine camels here when you have Ethiopians arms. This is a golden opportunity to take out a lot of crossbows, so I don't know if the Blauserk is trying to debate here or something. Now it's Hitorek and Majestachny kind of not completely coordinated. Maybe Hitorek wants to hide away the knights until the actual Imperial is being slung here to get to that imp, I think. Blazu, thanks for follow. Blazuziak playing the red here. Maybe that's the same person. I wouldn't know, but that's what we're casting right now. Teutons really need Imperial Age here, though. It's good army numbers, but we'll definitely be needing Cavalier and Paladin here as the Vikings crossbow numbers are increasing here. Yeah, Ethiopians should go torsion engines. So now equal military numbers again, but PL's team way ahead in economy here. Looks like the castle will be going down. Byzantine's castle standing for now, and only one treb for the green player here for now. Yeah, Esparta team playing 1/4 of the map. Yeah, it's not looking pretty here looking at the expansion. It's just a matter of time before they get pulled back here unless they are able to expand somehow. Both teams with Arbalest. Let's compare the Arbalest numbers here. Oh shit. Come on. I won't see the HP bars here. It's numbers lead for Ethiopians, or HP lead at least, and they fire faster as well. But the pathing is horrible here for Hitorek. Hitorek wanting to... We'll dive in between here to tank some Arbalest shots with hopes of Ethiopians Arbalest getting some hits in here, but obviously with Imperial Age 15 seconds away, you really want that Cavalier upgrade and eventually Paladin for the Teutons as well. So you can't engage, just have to distract fire. There's Imp for the Teutons as well. And 51 knights to benefit from Cavalier here. Just hold the hill here and be patient now if you're Hitorek, and you have an amazing combination together with the Ethiopians here to contest numbers. 5 ranges producing for Majestachny as well. Yeah, that hill is so deadly here. You can't really engage here if you're the Vikings and Byzantines here. Really rough fight. And now, yeah, the numbers falling like flies. Look at the military numbers now, 105 to 53, and Cavalier 27 seconds again, but now having diminished the Arbalest numbers. Hitorek risks taking the fight and will clean up all of this as Blauserk is scrambling up the castle here, going for cap ram to be siege ram for the Vikings. But that's not going to be great against these ridiculous numbers of Cavaliers of Hitorek. They really need siege here though, the PL's team, to contest the castles and buildings, and we have another castle going up in the south here. Bit of a push to the north as well, or some cavalier raids. Spreading out the numbers here. $116 to 50. This has snowballed out of control for Esparta and teams. So in terms of numbers here now, this is looking very good for PL. If you look at the expansion as well, so much of the map. These dots here, there's just houses and stray buildings for Esparta, Team Esparta here. If we're looking at another army cleanup here, Heavy Camel not working out of Byzantines, GD is called, and understandably so. We'll be going to Esparta's map next with reverse sibs from this matchup. 215 to 120, that's some serious work from the Ethiopians, RLS there. The economy situation should be great for the Vikings, good boom, Teutons as well, but the timings were a bit scary here with the Imperial Age this late for the Teutons compared to most of the others, but then again, Ethiopians were first, so that RLS power spike helping out a lot as well. Not allowing Vikings to engage, obviously, with crossbows against the Ethiopians RLS. Byzantines never making it past 63, but maybe relying more on controlling water and extending some fish economy there. But have to hand it to PL as well, with the starting position collected in the north and then the expansion to the south in this way to basically deny Esparta off the left-hand side of the map. So that's some good expansion there. Let's see the next one. Game 2 should be on Esparta's map pick. Game 2 is on Bedouins. Waiting for game. You sure about that? I think it's time to restart capture again for safety. We've actually done in the favor of closing itself. I think it's just me being impatient, and sometimes it's a bit slow to start, but let's get going and see what Bedouins brings us. Waiting for players. Let's just play. Bedouins it is, and the ships have been swapped. So we have PL with Byzantines and Vikings here. So really lacking cavalry for an open land map like this. Then again, slow but deadly combinations absolutely an option here. But we do have a fantastic land units combo here with the Teutons and Ethiopians for Esparta. With yeah, your classic go-to knights. Knights and archers line combos. Actually, they start with a horse on this map variant, so it's different from your standard Nomad maps. I see the similar approach to the previous game here. Bedouins has more shorefish, so you'd see the players obviously docking ponds, 2 if they can, which is amazing. But yeah, that food source is just going to skyrocket your starting economy. This time around, do we have team colors? No, we don't really. Let's give Majestatichny the green. And Tommy AKD the yellow. So we have kind of team colors again. Okay, so PL, same approach as the previous game, keeping the thesis fairly close, but also in a way that allows them to take half of the map to the south and the east, and yeah, like this. Same in the north for Esparta. Yellow here, the Ethiopians with a double pawn. That's fantastic. That's going to give a great rally boost. And red here with the Teutons with the pawn as well. So now let's have a look at the players scouting. They have a horse running around now, whether they auto scout or manually scout, I wouldn't know. But yeah, let's just speed it up a bit again and see what the feudal age brings. In my opinion, Bedouins is a map really favoring scouts. Big open map with exposed resources being taken with food, which they will be forced to either quick wall or defend with spearmen and such against cavalry plays. And the cavalry, obviously, not ideal for Vikings and Byzantines, so we might see scouts openings for them. But also with the starting horse, they are able to scout the area and gain some nice intel on the enemy locations. So I think they already have a good grasp of the other team's positions here. Shorefish, after Mongols hunt, it's the fastest food income in the game. So Indians actually absolutely OP on this map. But since it's being played now, we won't be seeing Indians picked. Another bill going up on more shore fishing. How much in each? 200. So much food here. That's 15 times 215. Is that 3,000 food in these two ponds? I'm guessing we'll see some early walls here, maybe all the way towards the edge, or just towards the woodline and around like this. It's going to be a bit more awkward for green and blue here, but not at all impossible. As yellow sees this going up, but the horse obviously can't attack walling villagers. There's the feudal age. Let's slow it down. So the barracks is up, the stable goes up as well, so they are playing the scouts here. While our green, 2 mills on the same point, maximum efficiency here. While the Vikings will be going for the archers by the looks of it. Oh, sneak range from yellow here. That's cool. Wait, yellow doesn't know that. Yellow doesn't know that green is right under. That's a bit lucky to spot that, but maybe they have an idea of the placements here. Double Rangers and a Smith here. So that's something about the opening that you can go 21 or probably less up here and then afford 2 Rangers and a Smith. The woodlines in the back here, and Vikings going 1 range, maybe skirm defense here. Byzantines with the blacksmith, and yeah, the stable is up. Gonna play the cavalry role here, and the scouts are on the move for the blue player here to find somewhere to hit. Was that a kill? That was an eco unit lost indeed. Hitorek has lost one as well though. And do we have? We actually don't have. We have some Teuton scouts out here somewhere. Let's see for the Teuton's player. Hasn't really moved out it. Yeah, fighting head on with the Byzantine scouts here. No melee armor bonus for Teutons yet, but obviously the spearman in the mix, Hitorek needs to bail here and can't take this engagement. They're identical in HP here. 2-2 is the eco, no, the KD. Let's see the eco KD. Hitorek actually killing 2 villagers, so sends PL in the up to the villager lead here. And there's even the wheelbarrow in for... Well, wait, that's Vikings. That's inherently for Vikings. Never mind. So Vikings going up to the cast stage at 25 builders here. And not too stressed out or doesn't know about the Ethiopian sneak notes. That's... Wow! Green hasn't lost the horse either, so this is a bit unfortunate scouting, not seeing all of the units around here, but now yellow is revealing it. And green only has 3 archers, pulls the villagers off gold, but that also is going that's also going to impair any archers production. 19 villagers. Wait, what happened there? Did these archers kill 6 villagers just like that? That's huge, even for Vikings. You don't easily get back from that. And these are really vulnerable to archers as well, if yellow finds those. Fortunately, it didn't. But that would be horrible as well. And now enter Hitrex Byzantine scouts here to run in between. But still we have 12 faster firing Ethiopian archers here. It's going to take them micro over lifetime for Maya Static to win this fight. Evening out the numbers. Also better engagement than I thought. Vikings actually with the... what should we say, the advantage here? They both have fletching, and they both don't have armor. And finally, yeah, let's get rid of the sneak villagers. No more sneak buildings forward here. Cast stage is in, crossbow is in. This is huge for green, and the TC on the wood line to secure some wood to the sides. No ballistics yet, as we can see from the attempt to hit moving targets, but clean the map still. So 2 villagers down for Tomi AKD as well. That's an impressive fight by Hitlerich and by Static there to win that with so many more archers. But of course the archers need to focus the scouts first to be allowed to hit. So geese to be eaten here for the Vikings, even further delaying the need for farms. Looks like Toby AKD didn't get any more kills here. That's the villagers, shore fishing villagers, taking the wood line. Now with the Teutons scouts and the Hitler going up as well with the Byzantines here. The Teutons player going to beat Teutons by 1.5 minutes up here. Populations comparable as well. Nice quick ones here. TC going up on the small wood line here, and the gold kind of protecting both. While red and yellow are walling off at home and trying to get safe here. So double stable knights for the Teutons, no surprise there. Between knights and archers combined for the Teutons and Ethiopians here. Good army tracking by Blue. Why would I add the haircut command Wild Beast? Wildebeest. But thanks. Get out of here. I'll take the compliments, but it was absolutely necessary to survive the hot weather. Besides, you don't see my beer belly from here, as far as I know. It's a trap. Castle Age in for the Byzantines as well. We're gonna be seeing the camels, like the previous game on Nomad. And extending the economy as well, securing some gold spots and to some extent some wood here. Hitler hasn't really moved towards the edge yet, so wood is eventually going to be kind of an issue here. Woodland's definitely better on Bedouins than on African clearing. It's not only wood on the side, so that I guess that bodes for some more flexibility in the play as well, not having to rush to the sides to get to the wood necessarily. Let's look at the military count, Hitrix or PL, down in Eco here. They've been losing more villagers overall to the early offenses of Esparta, while the military counts are comparable. Such a strong combo for Teutons and Ethiopians compared to Byzantines Vikings here. Though Byzantines have cheaper trash of all kinds and cheaper hands and cheaper camels as well. Probably patrolling here because they're pounding away at a hill for no reason whatsoever. So I guess if you're green and blue here, you're kind of demotivated by the matchup on a map like this to begin with, and they haven't really been able to, aside from the opening scouts, they haven't really been able to contest the enemy side a little bit due to the sneak of yellow here not being spotted in time. Doing some serious damage to the archers and hence the villagers down for both players here. Knights and crossbows combo here. Numbers still comparable. 25 crossbow to 17, and remember the Ethiopians fire faster as well, so that could be an issue. Oh, but the Mangonel. That's one that Yellow will have to be very careful about. Yeah, stays in the choke point there, but sees the Mangonel, backs off, obviously. TC number 4 for Teutons here, establishing that fantastic Teutons boom that they have with the cheaper farms. Should allow Teutons either to mass up ridiculous mass of knights in the Castle Age or simply aim for a quicker Imperial Age and the powers of paladins and whatnot. So the forward buildings are going to be addressed here, and if these go down, Yellow will need to rebuild them back up already, preparing that actually. Ranges back home. Can not engage here without the help of friendly knights here. 7 knights for the Ethiopians, and Hitrek adding some knights in the mix as well, in addition to the camels. Maybe to tank more archers fire could be a mistake as well, but there's 3 of them, so probably not. Yeah, Hitrek venturing out in his own now, hoping to find some raiding options over here, I guess. Could contest the production capabilities as well, but it is kind of scary now, but Majestatichny, maybe that means like the king or something, Her Majesty, is not really following the... Oh, they found an opening! This is huge! It's gonna be some good raids for Hitrek now on Red Sea. How did he get in? Well, it still leaves Tommy mainly on his or Green mainly on his own over here. Leaves some units behind though. Could be enough. Let's see for the raids. They are camels and knights here, not the greatest raiding units ever, but definitely getting some kills there. 30 villagers down now for the Teutons, but there are also 4 TCs. Likely. Well, they're not producing. Hmm. Yeah, very good raids from Hitrek here now to even out things. Look at the villager count, it's dead even now, even with fewer town centers overall for... No, wait, Byzantines with 4 TCs as well. Siege and crossbows push here a forward to the north here for Hitrek, and again going to try and limit the production of the Ethiopians here. I think that's a good engagement here. The cavalry numbers are skyrocketing for Hitorek here compared to Blausiak with the Teutons. That's a bit surprising given the ease of economy and booming with the Teutons. Now making the pike switch, of course, that's almost a bit surprising against Byzantines, but also the best response you could make to camels. That lone mangonel seems a bit threatened over here. Look at the army count, 71 to 50 now. Suddenly PL is in the lead army-wise here now, and catching up in eco as well. Another TC for Hitorek to boost some food income here, I guess. And again, yeah, probably serve some farming purpose later. It's just a matter of map control and production. Oh. 1 for 0, Magnol shot. No more Magnol's in sight. We have my Statichny adding or has a ram somewhere. But now I think they want to go hit Teutons again. Still committing to the cavalry. With the Vikings player going Imperial Age here, which will unlock Arbalest slightly ahead of Ethiopians, but it's only a matter of 1 minute here. So if their armies don't clash at that point, it might not be too significant. But if PL are able to force a fight with that 1 minute time window, Majestat Ichni could be looking at some very good engagement. Yeah, here they come. Here come the cross-postal Ethiopians, and they can't know that we have a Vikings player in Imperial. Okay, not risking the engagement alone, and understandably so. Blazuziak still in the cast stage with not nearly enough military here. Thunring on the way now as well to boost firing speed and accuracy for the Vikings player, and another TC. Again, PL doing a better job at expanding on these Nomad maps, I have to say. Auto horse still at work here for the red player. Scouting most of the map by now. That's one of the advantages of having a horse, of course. 12 seconds to go. We'll be seeing Arbalest and Bracer most likely. Where's the cavalry? They're over here. More stables going up as well. I'm guessing a heavy camel. Would be kind of cool to see Byzantine's Paladin as well, but who knows. There's a flare, they're collecting in the middle here now, 84 to 67. The Imperial Age in for the Ethiopians as well, and Teutons on the way there now with 5 stables producing. Resources might be of importance here. You could say as well that Teuton's Kryptonite is ranged fire archers. They don't have a response to that, but obviously they have Ethiopians on their team. A significant mass here, soon to become Arbalest. Comparable production, 3 Rangers versus, well, no production right now for yellow. 88 to 73. Eco situation ahead for PL now. and enter the Ethiopians faster firing your obelisk. But if you see the same kind of team coordination for PL here as in the previous game, they might still be able to take a great fight against the mass obelisk here. They're aiming for denying as much production as possible of the Teutons now. They probably can't know that there are only 16 knights for the Teutons player here. Heavy Camel and the last few upgrades kicking in as well. So they're trying to avoid fights until the upgrades kick in. There's plate barding armor, arguably the more important one. And yeah, dancing back and forth here, hoping that that's going to help for the fighting here. But this is resemblant of the reverse sims for the previous Nomad game here, where PL were getting the greater fight with the knights and arbalists here. I love how the meta is make knights that never ever fight with them and just spam back and forth. Yeah, just abusing the fact that archers are kind of inaccurate. So not a game deciding there. I think we're quite similar in numbers. The PL is ahead here, and by the looks of it, producing more as well. The big issue here is the Teuton Spear not being able to keep up here. 3 stables producing. Still only with the knights, although the Imperial Age is in, and as we can see from the resources here, has to keep production up, has to get numbers out rather than prioritizing upgrades, because we need numbers between in the middle of the archers, or arbalists rather. This is really close. Yeah, indeed it is. Was the previous match was more PL dominant. But PL this time, they're not dropping tons of castles. Maybe there's less stone on Bedouins, probably. And Esparta have been able to weather the storm here. And when the Teuton's player can get to the final upgrade and the Cavalier, maybe even Paladin, then it's going to play into the favor of the Teutons Ethiopians combo, because Ethiopians filling the void, which Teutons otherwise would struggle with strong archer units. I like the addition of capped rams for the Byzantines. They get siege ram as well. That's something you could send in ahead. This is a horrible fight for the Ethiopians. I think why aren't the camels in between now? Mismanagement maybe, some raiding going on, light cab raids. Byzantines light cab, not the greatest light cab in the world. You see they only have 60 HP, lacking bloodlines. Teuton's castle is up first here, so we're going to see a Trebor here, potentially in the middle. But Hitorek is outproducing the Teuton's player here for now, with 4 stables pumping out the camels, making sure to keep the numbers consistent here. Then again, Ethiopians are blessed. They will slay camels of any sort. Well, that ram is gonna die. There's a castle up here for the Ethiopian player to decide as well. And we have berserks for the Vikings. Nice. I'm still liking PL's position here. They're not really... Yeah, there's stonewalling sides. They're preparing trade now, I guess, since they're walling off like this. There's the first market. There's markets down here as well. Seeing the same thing for Esparta here. Stonewalls going up. This could become a long game. looking at the trade-offs here with the army numbers comparable. Eco situation, not that comparable though. It's 60 wheelers ahead for PL at this point. Siege ram on the way in. Guilds coming in as well. But camels falling maybe unnecessarily to Ethiopians Armless here, not having the Vikings join in here. Not the best team coordination between PL here right now. But raiding is of course of importance as well, and looks like Hetrek is committing to villager kills here now. It's even getting Byzantine's Paladin, lovely. That is, after all, even if they lack bloodlines, they will endure more archers' shots than the camels, heavy camels will. And given the situation here with the Teutons players still on Cavalier, and the eco being better for PL, and PL having established trade, something that Hitrek is making difficult for the opposing team now. That Paladin switch might be a game changer here. Siege Rhyme, good addition as well. Takes forever, even for 40 Ethiopians Arbalest to deal with that. Here comes another one. My strategy left a bit on their own now, though. 10 ranges producing, but still not able to contest the Ethiopians' mass here, pulling back towards the castle for cover fire against the Arbalests. Arbalests on their own can't really engage here. Somehow they managed to get down this castle from the Teutons players. That's some good trap work there as well. Byzantine's Paladin, that's something you see every day. Looks like they're missing the last attack upgrade as well, something that by the looks of it, Byzantines don't get. So missing Blast Furnace and missing, obviously, Bloodlines. But right now, actually, since the Teuton player is still on Cavalier, the Paladin has 20 more HP. Panic switch to pikes here. We have pikes for the Teutons. If Eco allows, we'll see Halberd here as well. But gold seems to be a big issue here, and no sign of a trade line for the Esparta team. So the fact that PL have trade here and Esparta don't, that should be what wins PL the game and allows them to close it out, because eventually gold is going to become a big issue here for Esparta. Oh, look at him sniping Archer's numbers with Trebs and getting a clutch here. Down goes the Arbalest numbers of the Ethiopians. I think green should chase here. Hidden and running for the lives here for yellow. And more siege workshops going up. Some good raids still to the side here as well. Those Byzantines, halberdiers, dirt cheap. Why go paladins when you can go skirmishers? Because paladins are better. And more fun. And you need that trade gold for something anyway. Yeah, it's looking rough for Esparta now. Down 100 vills, down to 1/4 of the army of PL. Is only a matter of time now, and looks like it's going towards a 2-0 for PL here. GG is called, and what a set of games. Esparta definitely not going down easy here. Well played, but PL takes the win in the end. That is going to be a 2-0, and good luck to them in the next round. So that's the last cast for today for me. Teuton's struggling to focusing a bit too heavily on the broom, maybe not pumping out enough units in time here. but still putting up a great fight. Hitwreck didn't make it easy with the calls with the Byzantines there. Beautiful fuel age time. Byzantines actually going for the scouts here. Byzantine scouts later cast age time, but Vikings with a fast castle got caught off guard with the Ethiopians in the feudal age with some sneak ranges to really get some juicy villager kills there, but not enough to win Esparta the game.